Hey, what's good, everybody? J Mars is back. So look, self belief will get you through everything, and we know the self belief that I'm talking about comes from God because it's just so simple. You know, self belief. You start looking at things differently. You start talking better about the way your situation looks. You start saying, you know what? I'm not about to give my situation no praise. I'm gonna give glory to God because who the hell gonna take me out of it? Who, a man? Yourself, yes, because God plays a part of you because y'all are a team. But you are your own best friend. Beside God, you gotta start, knowing that, like, when we in these car rides all alone, who is there with me? Who's there? Can you always rely on your girlfriend to be there with you? Like, I'm a car dude, so I like to go on my drives, and I really enjoy them. So, am I gonna really always rely on a female to be the passenger? Excuse me. Just to make me happy, let me hit the window so they stop barking. Am I gonna rely on the female just to make me happy while I'm going on these beautiful roads, cruising down the street in my SI, going through the street, chilling, hearing the loud exhaust, hitting 5,000 RPM, hearing room, 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 room. I'm not gonna let nobody else get the experience. If they are so happen to be there, my girlfriend is so happen there, my wife is so happen there, my friend is so happen to be there. Cool, that's it. But all in all, God is always there with you. When you're in the store alone shopping, He's there with you. So like, it's like the way I look at it is like, look, if you don't have the belief in yourself that you really can make yourself happy, you really are your biggest high, your biggest drunk. You are naturally your highest self. You are naturally your most prosperous self. If you don't really believe in these things, then I mean, that's what will make us. Let's be real. Go to these exterior alternatives to make us feel a certain way. Because even as I'm speaking it right now, it's convicting me that these are certain ways that, the thoughts and the mindset is what just keeps you in the same cycle. Because once we start changing our mind, changing our thoughts, the ways change, And so this is why we should always, think abundantly and not think low of ourselves. And we actually need to really know who we are. That's a huge part. Because when you don't know who you are, that's when I notice so much issues really happen. Like when you don't know who you are, it's just like, it's tough out here. It's tough out here. Because then you start questioning everything that you're doing. You even probably got to a point where if you don't know who you are, you probably went through college. And, you went through all the tough times. The studying late at night, getting up early, being tired, didn't have enough money, working with maybe one or two jobs, barely had anything. But guess what? You graduated, you got your degree. Then you end up so having to get a job, whether it was easy or whether it took a while. And you're in a position where you still would love more because let's be real, it's room for more. And you thought you could be further in life, but you're not. Then you still having a question like, man, what I went to school for, is that really what I wanted to do? Or was I just doing what was required for me to get some like money? Of course, which is money is needed. But you could get it in different ways. But if you don't believe that you can get money in different ways, then you won't. Like, let's be real. So a lot of us face that point where we put in so much work for the wrong things in life. that we didn't truly want to put in work for. Compared to what if we, put in work for something that we truly love and we have self-belief in that. Do you know how far you'll go? Like, that's what I look at when I look at people. I believe in themselves, that love what they do. Even with the NFL, NBA, all that, you could tell the players that actually love the game and that actually kind of just doing it for the money. You could tell based on the attitude, the preparation, how they play in the game. A player that really loves it, that really is hungry, you think he's gonna be like half-assed stepping out there? No. That player that really loves what he does, he will be, like, even if he didn't play the best night, he like, hey, I'm gonna get these rebounds. I don't care. I'm gonna play good defense. I'm not shooting good, that's cool. I'm gonna make good passes. I'm not gonna turn the ball over. It's a lot that goes into, playing a good game, other than scoring. So having that mindset is everything. Because if you have a bad mindset, if you get in a situation where you don't shoot well and you're used to always shooting well, you're going to have an overall terrible game. Getting beat on defense, turning it over, all that. I'd rather just not shoot good, but I was getting steals, I was getting rebounds, make good passes, no turnovers. Way better than just a bad shooting night. There's a difference between a bad shooting night and a bad ass game. I'd rather have a bad shooting night, but a bad game is on your mindset. And you could wake up every day and you could have a bad game because you woke up with the wrong mindset. You woke up saying, like, you know what, I'm not, like, maybe this won't happen. Maybe your dreams aren't gonna happen. And that's the devil trying to really attack, those thoughts, those negative thoughts. He's using your thoughts against you. It's crazy how he thinks he's that smart, but he's not. So we gotta really change the way we move, because we'll get better outcomes. And that's what I'm learning as I'm speaking it right now. It's like I'm speaking to myself. Well, I am kind of in front of the camera, but it's crazy that we got so much. We got so much power, but if we actually know ourselves and have that self-belief, man, it's crazy. It's scary how much power we actually got. And that's why I love about believing in yourself, because it just shows you, like, man, I didn't know I was going to be able to do this much. I didn't know I was going to go this far in life. And that's what self-belief is. It's like, it's the best thing ever. So when you get this belief and confidence from God, it's like nothing will stop me. Like, you really got the attitude, and that's how we should be. Even self-belief is a big factor. Self-belief is knowing that every day you step in that job, you may not really love it, but you gonna work there and you gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna do my best. You not competing with nobody except yourself. You like, hey, yesterday I did 100 calls. Okay, I'm doing 101. You don't even have to set extreme goals, because everybody wants to be like, well, I did 100 yesterday, so today I'm gonna do 120. Well, you wonder why you start feeling burnt out so quick. 101. 2 months from now, you start doing 120 calls a day like nothing. 140 calls a day like nothing. But it started by going up one by day. Day by day, you got better. And you weren't competing against nobody. You just said, I'm gonna compete against myself. When I go to the basketball court, yesterday I only made 2 threes. That's good. Clap it up. Well, today I'll make 3. And then 2 months from now again, now you're making 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 80%. That's huge from 20%. 60% achievement. But it started because you just said, I'm gonna just do one better a day. One. I'm not about to just go and burn myself out. I'm not about to go act like I'm Steph Curry. I'm not gonna act like I'm AI. I'm not gonna act like I'm KD. But I'm gonna just do one more. And that's crazy how just one little thing, one little step, one daily getting better at it, it translated to a whole new freaking you. You're scared to talk to women. You say, hey, you know what? Like, shout out to Mr. Lucario. They always stay around 25 women a day. But I always look at it like this. Like, I'm gonna go based on my own self. Like, if say 25 is too much, then what if you're like, okay, if you're going from not talking to any women a day to trying to do 25, you could be pushing the level. That's why you probably don't want to do it as much. But what if you go from 0 to now, hey, I'm gonna talk to 1. I'm gonna talk to 2. Then now 25 is nothing. But that's because you took baby steps. What's so hard to skip baby steps? We always want to skip steps. But you know what happens when you skip steps? You fall. You slip. So like, why? Why should we, just because this man, he could catch let me see. Just because this person right here next to you, they could change a tire faster than you by 20 seconds, doesn't mean you won't be able to get faster at it. Next you know, let's start at week 1. They're 20 seconds faster. Week 2, they're about 18 seconds faster. Week 3, they're about 15 seconds. Fast forward to 25 weeks. You are 5% faster than them. Now they're 5% slower than you. You see how the tables would turn when you just focus on yourself? And you just like, hey, I wasn't even thinking about the Braden A record. I was just doing me. And then so happened to be, you got stronger than them. You made more money than them. You have more value than them. In your businesses. In your earthly possessions. And you wasn't thinking about them. You wasn't comparing. You wasn't racing. And that's because you put God first. And you just said, I'm going to do what he told me. He's told me that I need to believe in myself to make something happen on this earth. If you don't believe in yourself, then what's the point of believing in God? Because if you could believe in God but don't believe in yourself, that's just like contradiction. So that's why I'm gonna continue to talk these positive words, speak better, because this is better than gossip. This is better than listening to bullshit. So I thank the Lord.